Hello, I'm Judy, the organizer and creator at Rescue My Space. Welcome to my channel. As you read in the title, today I'm going to show you how I organize my under sink cabinet. This is probably the most dreaded space to organize. It is oddly shaped. It has pipes going through it. It's kind of that place that you just hide all your cleaning products or your extra bathroom stuff. Plus it's hidden, so you really don't think about it until you open it up. Trust me. I had this issue for a while now, and I finally decided to dedicate some time, which is key, and decided to organize my under sink cabinet. This area quickly became a space where I kind of just threw things in without even thinking. And after evaluating all the spaces in my home, I realized that this place was the most neglected and needed to be organized. So I decided to create a video and show you how I organize my under sink cabinet, and maybe this video will inspire you to organize yours. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. I can't stress this enough how important it is to create a sketch plan before you organize anything. Creating one helps you visualize what you want your space to look like once it's done. On top of creating a sketch plan, it's also important that you measure the area that will be organized. This prevents you from having to return any of the items that you purchase. Plus, it helps you know what items would fit in the space you're organizing. And here is the before of my under sink cabinets. Though some of the items were in bins, it was not in order. It was cluttered. It took a while to find anything, and it just needed a facelift. As I mentioned before, a lot of the items were in bins because my initial thought was just to take all the products that I had under the sink and put them in something to create order, but of course that didn't work. And here is the after. Starting from the left side of the cabinet, and on the door, this is where I decided to place my cleaning rubber gloves and my hanger. I used the trusty old command strips to hang them on the door, and they work perfectly. In order to hang those items on the command strips, for the mirror, I used a string, and for the rubber gloves, I used a binder clip. I probably could have used a bigger binder clip, but for now, this works. Next is where I put my significant other's trimmers and clippers. I found these awesome black bins at IKEA, and they're actually used for recycling, but I thought that these will be perfect for these items because they're deep enough to hold the trimmers and the clippers, as well as their combs and additional accessories. Behind those bins is where I placed the cleaning products. I saw this kitchen counter organizer at IKEA as well and thought it would be perfect to use as a shelf in my bathroom instead. Underneath the shelves, I placed some additional clippers that rarely get used. And next to that, in these white plastic containers, I placed some cleaning brushes. I also purchased these from IKEA, and I thought they will be great for the space. And most importantly, they fit perfectly under the shelf. And next to that is where I placed my cleaning towels. I thought they also fit perfectly in these white plastic containers. Because I wanted extra storage, I figured that if I use the top portion for the cleaning products, I can use the bottom portion for any additional items that I wanted to add. So a lot of times you need to go up rather than horizontally. Under the second shelf is where I placed extra trash bags, as well as the squeegee to clean the shower. And to finish off, I used 2 more recycling bins to organize our oils and extra deodorants. And here is the left side of the under sink cabinet again in its entirety. Now let's look at the right side. So first we start off with some stackable bins. I purchased these awesome bins from the Container Store, and they're so spacious. Decided to call this area Extra, which holds all of our air fresheners, hand soap refill, and alcohol. And on the bottom stackable bin is where I place all of my hair products. I did end up throwing out a lot of old and expired items, so there's extra space for items that will be coming in. To the right of that sits another recycling bin, but this one is much larger. This is where I place all my bath stuff. We love to take baths, and this thing is full of balms, bath salts, activated charcoal, all that good stuff. And next to that, in another bin, is where we place all of our extra lotions. These bins are roomy, so if I had to add any extra items in them, they will fit perfectly. And next to that is where I place this awesome drawer. I purchased this product from Fry's, and it works perfectly in my space. I place all of the extra cotton balls and Q-tips on the top drawer and the extra shower gels on the bottom. This is just a perfect solution to organizing any space that requires you to bend. Plus, it was easy to put together, which is a win-win. And here's a look in its entirety.
So as you saw, I wanted to make sure that the space was bare. I wanted to make sure that everything in the space had a home. As you saw, all the cleaning products sat on a kitchen counter organizer. I designated certain bins for lotions. I designated certain bins for my bath stuff. I had stackables for my hair products, and I had drawers for my extra shower gels. I wanted to create a seamless look in both areas under the cabinet, which of course I shared with my significant other. And I wanted to make sure he had a space of his own, and then I had my own separate space, even though we both share the products that are in both spaces. But as you saw, all his trimmers and shavers and clippers were on one side, and then I had my hair products on the other. As I mentioned before, I wanted to make sure everything was minimal and simple, because I noticed that for me, when it comes to maintaining order in my home, everything has to be minimal. I have to be able to see the floors to keep things organized and decluttered. So let me ask you a question. How organized or unorganized is your under sink cabinet? Let me know in the comment section below. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. And thank you so very much for watching this video. And as always, I'll see you next week. Bye.